LALA end up messing with TJ on a on a low ski. So we finna see what the hell went down.
Alright guys, so I'm really just gonna jump straight into this, and the first thing I just want to say is that you can judge someone all you want and have opinions on situations that you don't have the facts to and don't know everything about, and you have the right to do that because we're human, and when we see a situation we judge it even though we don't know the full story. But the point is, the internet and real life don't always align, and the only reason I'm going to explain myself today is because I do have a brand and my character is being tested. And normally I wouldn't even address situations because if I know the truth and I know my own integrity, I don't owe an explanation to anybody. But like I said, my character is being tested. I also didn't want to immediately say anything or react off of impulse because a lot of you guys like, you're being silent, you just don't care. It's not even that, I just don't have anything to go back and forth about on the internet. So this is why I'm going to make the video, and that's it. I have a very reserved personality. I'm just naturally not like a talker to be blasting everything. That's just not me. And I'm sorry that upset some people. So first of all, me and Ruby, we were never genuine friends. And that may come as a shock or surprise to some of you guys because you just don't know.
Don't believe everything you see on camera. Just because people smile and catch a vibe on camera, you gotta understand these videos are being edited. These people could have been cussing at each other, and then when the camera swinged on them, hey girl, shit like that. You feel me? You know, it's just a big act. You feel me? And you know the homie DDG, he's good at, you know, tricking people and leading people on to thinking something, you know. And he's a great entertainer, so you know, maybe when you seen them two on camera when DDG recorded, they were catching a vibe and they were on a good state within that moment when the cameras hit them, because you know, just like they say, they have an image, they have a brand to protect. She don't like to go back and forth on the internet, so that's totally that's totally understandable. And I'm the same way, man. Nobody is not finna bark on the internet, man. But when your brand is being tested, like she said, you feel me, it's only right to defend that because that's your money maker at the end of the day.
Ins and outs of things that go on behind closed doors. You only know internet, you only know pictures, posts, that's all you know. And that's what we put out there. So that's, you know, of course, what else would you expect unless it's told to you? But overall, the literal truth is that me and Ruby were never real, genuine friends, and we just gave this internet persona of sisters and besties because...
And I just said that they gave the internet that, you feel me?
Yeah.
Everything is all at Hollywood.
Acting.
Is not real. It's called acting. And 3, 2, 1. Hey!
It looks good, and honestly, it was established on her end to me that that's all she wanted. And that she didn't really mess with me. And I'm gonna get into like how I actually found that out. But all right, so to jump back probably almost a year ago, not quite, but almost a year ago, I was with Ruby at her house in Atlanta. I think I was staying there. And if you don't know, I used to live in Atlanta. That's where I met Ruby, and that's where I went to high school. So I was staying at her house in Atlanta, and we got into an argument about something that had nothing to do with me and her personally, but it triggered her to like just expose her true feelings towards me. And she just ended up telling me, like, honestly, I've been holding this in for as long as we've been friends. So she told me and straight up looked me in the eye, and there were 2 other girls there to witness this, and said, like, you know, I never really messed with you. We're not genuine friends, and I don't look at you in that way, and I don't want to be friends anymore. And I was like, what? Like, I was literally sitting there so confused. I was like asking her questions like, why wouldn't you tell me this sooner? Like, I don't understand why you would just sit there and fake a friendship with me. Like, that's weird, and it's hurtful because I felt the opposite. I'm like, damn, this is my sister. Like, I feel like we created a bond and we overcame a lot.
That's why you don't fall in too deep with people.
Right.
Boyfriend, friends, girlfriends, besties, sisters, my rider,
Yeah.
twinsies, whatever the fuck you want to.
Stab your mom, your dad, tell the about you every time.
Yeah.
They be smiling in your face, but when they leave, they talk shit about you next.
Hell yeah. Or they laughing with the people you don't fuck with.
Yup.
Ooh. I see that shit all the time. The fuck is you laughing with this nigga for? I don't fuck with him and I don't fuck with you that much. The fuck going on? He motherfucker wanna argue.
So
That's how Plaza said, whoa there.
we were real friends, and from the jump, everyone would tell me like, watch out, she doesn't have the same intentions, this, that, and the third. But I don't listen to people because I'm hard-headed, yes, but I also don't just judge someone based off what I'm told. I like to experience it firsthand, and then if the outcome, you know, is bad and people prove me right, then so be it. But I would never just like not mess with someone because things were told to me about them and etc. But yeah, so she just basically told me that, and she's like, the reason that I've held this in, and she's like, yeah, I know that I'm fake for it, but the reason that I've held this in is because my label told me that it was a good look and a good idea for us to have this little public friendship and bestie shit because you're popping, you're a pretty girl, and I need to be around that. And she straight up told me that.
Damn, just using her for an image.
Yeah,
Pretty girls, yeah.
And for clout.
Damn. You gotta watch out for them motherfuckers too. God damn.
I need to be around a girl like you, and we can follow each other, and I'm gonna still like your pictures, and you know, I'm not gonna unfollow you or anything, but just in real life, it's just not, you know, it's not that. I literally left her house bawling, you guys. I went straight to my mom's house. She told me like, you know, this girl, you've been seeing the signs from other incidents prior, and this girl showed you her true colors, so now you gotta make a decision. Because my mom, just being a mom, was like, I'm pretty sure y'all are gonna become cool again, and I know how you are, and you either have to know what it is and accept that and don't put your feelings in it, or move on and dead the friendship, because she just straight up told you that you guys aren't genuine friends. So what, you know, what's the point in continuing to be around someone that feels like that towards you? And I literally was so hurt by this, y'all, for weeks. Me and Ruby didn't speak for probably like 2 months. And then I don't even know how we reconnected, but she ended up reaching out to me randomly, I think while she was in LA, to hang out or something. And I just I didn't bring anything up. I just went along with it.
Y'all linked up because DDG. Come on, man. Let's be real about this. I think they probably linked, you know, through DDG, because she signed to Zooted, and, you know, DDG was feeling Ruby, and then that was a way for them to, you know, rekindle a friendship, I think. Me, I can't fake a friendship. If that shit ain't real, I don't want to be around it. I don't like that fake shit. I don't.
I don't like fake.
I ain't faking shit for a clout. Like, don't get this internet shit twisted. I know how to go viral. I done went viral on other platforms before. But just because you see a kid on this internet shit all the time doesn't mean I'm around here clouting. Don't mix clout with, you feel me, you know, jokes and entertainment. Like if that shit ain't right, I ain't fucking with it. I'm not finna drain myself to make somebody else happy or try to like portray an image that I want, knowing that I'm losing self-respect for myself.
Right.
Trying to, you know, get this image. Fuck that.
Discuss the situation again. To this day, we've never discussed it. It was just like erased, like nothing happened. But from that point, I knew, like, look, I gotta be smarter this time. If I'm gonna still hang around her and be friends with her, just know what it is, know how she is, and don't put my feelings in it, and don't take everything personally, because you're just gonna keep getting hurt. And I'm typically the one in any argument we got into or any little thing to always be trying to mend it, apologize, even if I'm not in the wrong, just be like, look, like, I love you, whatever. I'm always that person. And so I'm just at a point where I'm like, I don't owe that to anyone when they don't have my best interests, and when it's just one-sided, I don't owe that to anyone. I'm tired of apologizing. I'm tired of continuing a fake friendship and being around people that don't really care about me. Like,
There you go. She's learning something here. Yeah. That go for anybody, man. Don't lose self-respect for yourself to make other people happy. If they don't fuck with you, nigga, don't fuck with them at all, bruh. You came in this world by your damn self. You don't need nobody else back. You don't. Stop giving people your fucking kidney, cuz. You only get 2 of them hoes. Once you down, who gonna give you one? Stop giving these motherfuckers your kidney. Stop letting these people have a power over your mind. Fuck them.
I was tired of it. So yeah, basically after that, I had seen her true colors, and I just told myself to proceed with caution and just be aware, because you know, you just can't trust people. You can't put your feelings in everything too much.
Right.
Everyone isn't the same. That's just the reality of life. And I'm at the point where I'm fine with that. I can accept that. And you guys are probably wondering like what made her feel that way. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest. So what all stems from that is how we became friends initially. And some of you might know, some of you may not. I'm not gonna even say names aside from me and Ruby's, because this isn't about other people, but you guys need to know all the facts to understand like my point of view and why I did what I did. So the way we became friends was through a guy that we were both messing with. So I was about 17, and I didn't really keep up with that world. I didn't really get in tune with like industry stuff and just all.
They was both messing with the same dude. Hope it ain't DDG, but she knew DDG at the time. Maybe DDG did smack that though. I don't know. We don't know.
Little things till I moved to LA. So at the time, I think I was like a junior or senior in high school. My mom raised me very strict, like never got to go out the house to really do anything. So when I met him, I actually met him through a mutual friend. And we just kind of vibed. I started hanging out with him. I ended up kind of on and off talking to him for years. Me and Ruby didn't really like each other because she found out that I was messing with him, and she even messaged me at the time like, oh, do you know who I'm dating? Whatever. I'm like, no, I don't. And then she's like, oh, well, because I posted a picture in his sweatshirt. So I clearly had no idea. If I don't know you personally, I'm not going to keep up with your relationship. I'm just not. And the reality is that I was 17. Did I care? No. Of course, guys are going to lie to you and tell you that they're single and you're the only one and this and...
Right, that is true.
Yeah, I believed him. I was naive and I was 17. So, whatever. Fast forward, we kind of just had this little, I wouldn't even say beef, we just had like a tension. Like we didn't like each other, words got around because of this guy. And so we eventually both just weren't messing with him at all anymore. And she was being managed by someone that was kind of trying to manage me as well, and they were making a proposal to me. We had met once before to discuss it, and then the second time he had told me like Ruby was kind of reaching out to me on his behalf as well, and she was trying to hang out, and I was skeptical about it at first. And anyone that was friends with me at the time couldn't vouch for this, but I would tell them, and they're like, bro, like be careful, that's a little weird that she's trying to just be besties and stuff, considering like the common factor. And I felt like, is she trying to set me up, or is she doing this to like get closer to me so that I don't talk to him or to find out my business? I was just very like unsure. So the first few times she tried to hang out, I didn't like follow through, and then I think we finally hung out. And then after that, there was a time that we met up with the guy that was eventually managing both of us, and he sat us down knowing the situation, and he's like, look, y'all both want to make money, right? At the time, we both really weren't making money. I worked like a regular job at the mall, whatever. And he's like, you know, y'all both want to make money. Y'all both have potential. And he's like, I don't think you should have this beef over a guy that, first of all, doesn't care about either of y'all, clearly is messing with tons of other girls. He's like, you guys don't have to really like each other, but you could at least make money together and, you know, play it cool just to make money together. He's like, but you don't really have to be friends. You don't really have to like each other. So we kind of like awkwardly agreed to that. And then we were just around each other a lot more because we had the same manager. And then there was like other personal things that happened. So I feel like we kind of got closer because we bonded on stuff that really we couldn't relate to with anyone else or talk about with anyone else. So that's kind of what made me feel like, oh damn, like this girl really turned into like my best friend, because we just bonded on a lot of stuff, some really deep shit. So that's kind of how everything started. But now I'm realizing, now that I'm older and I'm wiser, I'm just realizing, like, which maybe it worked out for a lot of people, but I could never do that again. You cannot base a friendship off a guy if both parties are not secure in themselves. And it was later revealed, which I don't even think was a secret because she would still say it to people, but she was still in love with him, and it bothered her just knowing, like, you know, just knowing we both messed with him. The main thing that I think triggered her when she told it to me was that me and him were still cool. After all of that, we were still cool. We didn't talk, I didn't mess with him like that anymore, but he would hit me from time to time, check in, I would run into him at events, and I would tell Ruby every single time, like, so-and-so hit me, or I just saw them at this place. Every single time I would tell her, because I felt like I should let her know, right? We're friends now. I'm not going to be weird and sneaky, and I wasn't sneaking around to hang with him, but I'm going to let her know if he texts me, or if I see him at this place and we have a conversation, because we didn't end on a negative note, but they did. They ended on a very, very bad, toxic note. And all the times that I would tell her, she would never express to me that it bothered her until, you know, later on when she really revealed everything. She was like, yeah, I held all this in and I should have spoke up, but she told me, like, she just felt like it was something without saying that I should know. And I agree, you know, and I later apologized, like, I didn't think about it that way, and I probably should have just completely cut ties, not even been cordial with him. I just felt like, damn, he didn't do anything to me personally, and I knew him and had a separate relationship with him before I knew you. So it's like, it just put me in an awkward situation, but I definitely learned from that, and from that point on, I never ever responded to him again, never anything. Yeah, so I really was bothering her on the inside, and I feel like that's why communication is so important, and if you really have a true friendship, be honest with them to avoid situations like this.
And we're going to end this video right here, because this video is extremely long. We pretty much got the gist of what she was saying, you feel me? That, you know, they had to fake their friendship to make some money, and how, you know, homegirl revealed her true colors to her. So yeah, man, that's it for this video. We're gonna catch y'all in another one, gang.